still. It gives us confidence, ambition, and in exchange, we take it everywhere. Business meetings, workplace, conferences, even when we go out with our friends. But if something bothers it, the flame grows stronger, protects itself, and burns whatever stands in its way. Mr. Carter's chair, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. This flame within us is called the ego. And this is what I want to talk to you about. The bother side of the ego. The know-it-all, won't apologize, I'm always right. This side of the ego. From my experience, we encounter many types, but there are two of them that I observed the most during my life. First, there was the playing the victim type of ego. We all remember that when we were playing as children, at one point a disagreement with a peer. And when the argument got heated, there was always someone, in this case me, who didn't like the final choice and would say, fine, then I'm taking my dolls and going home. I would so easily give up on the game rather than adapt and continue it. And then there's the other type, the aggressive defense type of ego, which shows up whenever it feels threatened. In high school, I was part of a dance crew, and I so easily recall that when a new member approached our dance crew, I would ask, so how many times do you practice per week? 3? Yeah, well, I practice every day. Or I would refer to the new member as amateur. And all this just to make my own work or status more valuable. Somehow, it didn't feel that good. Yet, it happened to me. It happens to everyone once in a while. And the real reason our ego comes to surface is the feeling of being threatened. We are ready to tolerate all kinds of things. But as soon as our ideas, experience, or skills are threatened, bam! Our egos turn from this little flame into a burning fire. And this fire has no pity, no mind, holds its head up, regally and proudly, as the destruction spreads. The fire grows more and more intense, roars hungrily, and consumes all in its path. Friendships, relationships, family ties. What a feast. And when you live or witness this, you learn your lesson for real. The longest relationship I've ever had lasted 3 years. And at one point, something really unusual was going on. I started with apparently harmless things, like, I won't call him. I'll let him call him. And it gave me a feeling of control. I went on, putting the blame here and there, pointing out that I was right. And again, it felt good. I argued about everything, and each time it ended up the same. It wasn't my fault. You were wrong. You should apologize to me. One day, my partner said the magic words. My dear, you are in a committed relationship with your ego. I don't want to get in the middle. We should go our separate ways. And my ego just exploded. How could he do this to me? Doesn't he know what he's losing? He'll come back. They always do. But he didn't. And I was appalled. All my life I had heard, don't let the ego stand in your way. And each time I thought, easier said than done. But after my relationship went away, I realized, this isn't about throwing away our ego. No. This is about taming it, controlling it. The moment I took a step back from everything and honestly asked myself, why do I enjoy this feeling of power over someone? The answer was just like a slap in the face. It came by surprise. It hurt, made me angry and wanted to respond. And here is where we need to pause. Instead of responding in anger, we should accept what bothers us, what bothers our ego. Once we accept it, our ego will offer us its hand to make peace. And just like a partner, like a friend trusting us, it will show all of its fears. Fear of not being good enough, not being important enough, fear of being disappointed. And it all comes down to this, realizing that maybe there are some issues that we should work on, from inside out. And after we understand all this, there will still be a little flame in all of us that burns still, gives us confidence, ambition, and in exchange we take it everywhere. But if something bothers it, this time the flame doesn't burn all on its back. Nods its head and smiles, and now it leaves you with the question, how much are you ready to sacrifice before you learn your lesson? Mr. Contest Chair.